Mother Holle. Mother Holle is very well known in the ancient European mythology, and this story is about her and two little girls, and guess you very well know the story. So once upon a time there was a widow who had two daughters, a beautiful young girl who was very handsome and busy and doing all the work she was told to, and an ugly, lazy one. But as the ugly, lazy one was her real daughter, the stepmother or the mother loved this girl much more than the beautiful one. And so it happened that the beautiful girl had to do all the work in the house, whereas the mother and their daughter and her daughter just had a cup of tea and were talking and getting dressed very well, but there was nothing left for the beautiful girl. And this beautiful daughter had to spin. That was her work. She had to spin a lot, and so when you are spinning very much, your fingers become bloody. And so it happened that her bobbin, that she hurt her finger and blood came onto her bobbin, and this means the thread becomes bloody, and she was upset and wanted to wash it out. So she ran to the well and tried to wash the bloody bobbin in that water, but unfortunately it dropped. It just fell into the well, and the girl was desperate, and she ran to her stepmother and told her what had happened. And the stepmother, merciless, said, "Well, you have dropped it there, get it up. No matter how, jump in if you have to." Now the girl went back to the well, and she looked into it. It was dark. No, she had no idea how deep it was because she couldn't see the ground. But in her great desperation and fear, she took heart and jumped into that well. She fainted, and when she woke up, she found herself on a green meadow with lots of flowers blooming. And she said, "Where am I? What is that here?" So she got up and walked around when she passed a stove. And within that stove were breads, and the bread cried, "Oh, take me out, or I will burn." So she opened that gate, that door of the stove, and took all the breads out. And then she passed on and came to an apple tree. That apple tree hung full of delicious red apples. And the apples cried, "Oh, shake us, because we are all ripe." And the girl stood there and shook that apple tree until they had all come down. And then she made a nice pile out of these apples and went on. She reached a house. And out of that house came a woman, an old woman with terribly big white teeth. And the girl was frightened and wanted to run away, but that woman said, No, stay here. If you want to do the work in the house for me and will be busy, you should have a good life. And the most important thing is that you shake very well my pillows and my feather bed so that the feathers may fly around, because this means above on earth it might snow. Well, the girl agreed and started to work for this old woman, and you know already, this was Mother Holle. And now she had a very good life because the work was not as hard as she was used to from home, and she never ever heard a bad word. Mother Holle was always friendly with her, And so she really enjoyed her time there because she has never had such a good life as with her. But somehow she became sad. At first, she didn't really know what it was when she found out, I'm homesick. And she ran to Mother Holle and said, I'm so sorry. I have to leave you because I want to go back to my people. I know I have a much better life here with you, but I have to go back. And Mother Holle, she said, oh, I'm happy that you want to go back to your family. I will bring you there. And she took the girl by the hand when they reached a huge gate that opened when they arrived. And Mother Holle handed her over her bobbin. And then the girl passed through the gate and gold fell upon her. Gold, gold, gold. She was all over golden. Her hair, her skin, her clothing, her bobbin, everything, her shoes, everything was golden. And the door closed behind her, and then she was up in the world. Passing the well where everything had begun, the rooster sat on top of that well, and he cried, "Cock-a-doo-doo, cock-a-doo-doo, the golden girl is here in you." And when she came home to her stepmother and stepsister, oh, they warmly greeted her because she was so golden. And now she had to tell everything that had happened. And the stepmother said to her ugly daughter, you have to go there. I want you to return as golden as your sister. Now, the lazy girl hit her fingers that they might become bloody, and then touched the bobbin, dropped it into the well, and jumped behind it. And she too woke up on that green meadow. And while she was walking past the stove, and the brats cried, oh, take me out, take me out. We are already ready, we will burn. But the girl said, sure, if I wanted to make me dirty, I would, but no, sorry, I don't. And she passed on. When she came to the apple tree, the apples cried, oh, shake us, we are all ripe already. And the girl looked at that tree and said, you might fall upon my head. No, thank you. And she passed, reached the house of Mother Holle. And since she was prepared to these great white teeth, she was not afraid. And when Mother Holle asked her, do you want to work for me? She happily agreed. Now, the first day, this girl was really busy, and she did everything that Mother Holle had asked her, especially shaking the pillows and the featherbed. At the second day, didn't go so well anymore, and the third day was even worse. And on the fourth day, she didn't even get up out of bed. She said, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I want to stay here. I'm so tired. I cannot work today. Now, Mother Holle said, I don't want you here any longer. I want you to leave. And the girl was happy and said, yeah, now I get the gold. And when they passed that gate that opened for them, and the girl passed it, black pitch came over her, and she was pitch black. All the hair, the skin, the dressings, the clothes, the shoes, everything was pitch black. And when she passed the well with the rooster cried, cock-a-doo, cock-a-doo, the black and dirty girl is here in you. Now, this was a disaster, of course, especially since that pitch would not wash off. That pitch remained on her. It was not able to get rid of it. So she had it for the rest of her life, just to remind her what happens with a lazy girl. Yeah, this is the story of Mother Holle. And I somewhere read that the Nazis liked this story because the good girl gets gold and the lazy girl gets pitch. I don't think it's only the Nazis who like that. But interestingly, I have read a completely different explanation of the origin of that story. And in this case, it was quite the other way around. So there was a mother who had two daughters, and the eldest one went into a household with a man and with a woman and her husband and worked in the house, but she also had to do some special service for the husband. And since the girl did that, she received the gold after her year was over. Now, coming home with all that gold, the mother said to the younger girl, I want you to go there because these are rich people and they pay you very well, so go there. But this younger girl, she did not want to do the special service for the husband. She denied, she rejected him. And this was why she was poured over with pitch. So she really received a bucket of pitch that was poured over her, and she was all over pitchy. And in her despair, she ran and escaped into a monastery where she told her story. And the abbot, he wrote her story down and made it publicly. I have no idea whether this is the true origin of that story. Who knows? But thank you for listening, and I hope you liked it. Give me a thumb or subscribe to my channel.